The Cornhuskers obviously win 35-21 in a hard-fought game. What a great game, man. I mean, it was a good game, to be honest with you. It was sort of back and forth. Nebraska sort of, they kind of, in the first half, they got out, they stepped on their throat at a certain point, and then they kind of gave the momentum right back. After that, Indiana really just couldn't really do anything, I felt like, though, after they sort of got back even in this game. Chris, what's your initial thoughts as far as watching this game? What are you thinking?
No, like you said, man, I thought personally, I thought we came out super strong. I don't know if we let our foot off the gas there for a little bit, but I will say that Nebraska Cornhuskers fought hard in the third quarter. We battled back. Just a very kind of a weird game, in my opinion, to be honest with you. I thought that we came out second half, looked good, stuttered a bit, let Indiana back in it. But last fourth quarter, I mean, I honestly thought the entire game, I'm like, God, Nebraska's a better team, So, excuse me with that ad that's going on in the background. But yeah, no, I thought Nebraska, they played well. They did. But not impressive, like overly impressive. I was just happy to get the W tonight. Thought they played well enough to win that game. I thought they were the better team. But at the end of the day, we'll take the W. This is what I wanted tonight. Mickey Joseph, 2 weeks off to work with the team, kind of a reset type of thing. I know that we're not going to play in a playoff. I get all that. But, I thought Nebraska played well, Christian, what's your thoughts, man? I mean, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. What do you think?
Well, first, before I get into that, NCAA playoff, fan of the show, thank you for coming back in. Greetings as always. Love to hear your thoughts on it. My thoughts on it was this. I mean, for an interim coach coming in, I mean, this is the week of interim coaches, isn't it? I mean, Georgia Tech fired their coach, Jeff Collins, and then they come out and I think they beat Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken. They ended up beating them pretty bad in an upset win in a top 25 team. So, yeah, I think, Nebraska coming into this, Mickey Joseph, he did a really good job. He had that bye week. And one of the things he was able to do in that bye week was he was able to lay down a lot more sort of like a training camp, if you will, and sort of install the fundamentals. And I saw that tonight. This was a very, very, very sloppy game, as Nebraska actually had 12 penalties for 111 yards throughout the game. I mean, from what I was seeing, I think this was the most penalized game in the Big Ten this year. It just was. I mean, so it was a very sloppy game on both sides. Told my wife, go ahead and get the laundry detergent out, because Jesus Christ, we needed to go ahead and do some laundry, after this game. It was rough, man. But, they did something that I really enjoyed in this game, and that was they were able to get a Big Ten win, in a close game. They were able to pull ahead, and they were able to sort of do certain things that all year they really hadn't done. One big thing that I noticed, Ty Robinson actually came out and we called his name a couple times tonight when it mattered, and that was a huge thing. Ty Robinson, the defensive tackle up there, big guy. He was able to get into this game very early, and I think he had a big impact, right? So that's pretty good. Some other things I kind of saw in this game was, they were rotating guys in and out throughout the entire night. And a really, really big part of this, in my opinion, was, I wrote it down here, throw the damn ball to Trey Palmer.
Yeah.
When in doubt, throw it to Trey.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong doing that. And I felt like, they did a really good job at sort of getting the ball to him and just sort of spreading the ball around at times. And yeah, they did a really good job, I think, in the bye week at playing a lot better on the defense, installing some of the stuff they wanted to do. And you could definitely tell a big difference in the game.